I don't even remember the last time I watched a Chilling Scares dashcam video. When was the last time? That shit gotta be like pushing a year, yeah? He doesn't drop them very often. Type 1 if you saw it already. And if you type 1, do not spoil. Max Taylor peas. Yeah, I was pissing and filling up on my water. Chilling Scares. 6 most disturbing things caught on police body cam footage 5 months ago. We're a little bit late, but every single video Chilling Scares releases seems to be a banger, so we better partake. Hey, say hi to YouTube just in case we post it. We were just doing it every now and then before, but people seem to like the reaction content, so. Chilling Scares, 6 most disturbing things caught on police body cam footage. If you're not subscribed to Chilling Scares already, go sub. Okay? We're gonna watch this shit.
On December 25th, 2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner drove his RV to Nashville, Tennessee's 2nd Avenue and woke up nearby residents with the sound of a robotic digital female voice coming from his RV, warning everyone around the vehicle to evacuate the area.
This area must be evacuated now.
The fuck?
This area must be evacuated.
Any of those sounds or the tornado warning? Jesus. Oh my god. My balls would sink into my stomach so deep if I heard that shit. I saw a tornado, and it was one time in Maryland. I was about to fly home from Maryland. I went from New Jersey. I was staying in New Jersey for a month to Maryland, then to Utah. The one day I was in Maryland, there was a vortex, bro. I saw it with my own fucking eyes. It was insane. My flight got canceled and everything. There was no flying. My homie was kind of chill about it. He's like, I've seen one of these. It's not coming over here. You could literally see it with your own eye. Nah, dude. Nah. That's a fucked up. Is he pranking them? What is this? Whoever's
Soon,
downtown's
the female voice
tripping right now.
mentioned that the RV was going to detonate, and a little after 6 a.m., the voice became more and more insistent, announcing that the vehicle would detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage that was later released by the authorities, a group of Nashville police officers
have we seen this?
Seen walking around the downtown area, urging any stragglers to
Or I might have seen this. I might have seen this.
Evacuate for their own safety.
I'm getting deja vu. I feel like I've seen this cop footage.
But there is something serious happening down the road.
Go for 11.
Do you mind
Wait, have I?
down to 2nd and
Where they need to go when they are evacuated.
You're watching too much cop videos, bro.
That's so weird.
Yes, I have.
Out of a movie.
like the purge.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember this. I don't. An RV blowing up? I don't remember that.
The robotic voice and its ominous warnings give the whole scene an extremely eerie vibe, like as the police officer mentioned, something out of the movie The Purge. Strangely, the RV also broadcasted snippets of the 1964 hit song Downtown by Petula Clark, which is a song about how if you're ever feeling sad or lonely, you should go downtown and you'll feel better in the hustle and bustle of the city. Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown.
And just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50 buildings and even collapsing a few of them with its massive blast radius. In the
Wait, what? Wait, run that back. Yo, I was distracted by that track. What the fuck?
Unfortunately, the robotic voice wasn't bluffing, and just 15 minutes later, the RV detonated near the AT&T building, causing damage to more than 50 buildings and even collapsing a few of them with its massive blast radius.
What?
In the aftermath of the incident, the cops can be seen assessing.
Nah, that much of a blast radius? What kind of fucking pipe bomb was in that? Jesus! Left for dead-ass explosives in that.
The damage and moving nearby
Holy
pedestrians to
shit.
safety through body cam footage that can only be described as apocalyptic.
Did they find him? Bro, did they find him?
No, my God.
Where's your car? Okay, go to your
Oh my god, what were they, just having dinner or something? Oh my goodness.
Command, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the 2nd Avenue exposed.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Even though the explosive inside the RV was extremely powerful, the cops managed to evacuate most of the nearby residents, and thankfully nobody outside the RV lost their lives.
Jesus, was
Although
anybody
3 people
hurt?
were injured and had to be hospitalized after the vehicle incident, the only person who lost his life was Anthony Warner himself, who was still inside the vehicle at the time of the detonation. After the incident, the authorities started digging deep into Anthony's past to figure out what could have caused him to do something so insane, and what they found was pretty disturbing. As it turned out, Warner was pretty much a paranoid loner obsessed with conspiracy theories about shape-shifting alien lizards that were trying to take over the world.
Huh?
It was also revealed that 16 months before the explosion, Warner's girlfriend had called the cops to report that Anthony had been building explosives inside the RV outside their home.
So he was conspiring against evil lizard snakes that wanted to take over the earth, so he blew himself up in an RV.
What? No, dude!
Even more disturbingly, less than a week before Christmas, Warner's neighbor had reportedly asked him if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas, to which Warner replied, "Oh yeah, Nashville and the world are never going to forget me." But despite the clear desire
Never fucking heard of you in my life, homie.
for attention,
Dumbass.
the cops never managed to truly figure out Warner's motive, and it was eventually concluded that he probably didn't want to hurt anyone, and that a fatal cancer diagnosis mixed with other factors had contributed to Warner's declining mental health.
So he did that shit for clout. Dude thought he was on on some Joker shit blowing that. Bro, what? He wants recognition for doing what he did, but he blew himself up. He didn't even put himself outside the RV and then blow it up. Huh? What is this first one? That was
On March
disturbing.
9th, 2023,
Number
at
2.
around 12:30 p.m., an anonymous caller dialed 911 and told dispatchers that a man that had just run into a food market on Cleveland's Central Avenue was claiming that he had just been kidnapped. As soon as police arrived, they were able to talk to the alleged victim, and the jarring conversation was captured on one of the cops' body cams.
Should I turn
I
around?
went over there to fix his busted pipe for his washing machine.
Okay.
And I was putting a water line for his ice and for his refrigerator. And when I got downstairs, another dude came out. They had guns on me and they robbed me. I mean, they tied me up. They had plastic laying on the ground.
Disturbingly, the
Yeah,
zip
actually, it's
ties
Velcro
and
on
duct
his
tape
shit.
that were
Oh,
used in the kidnapping
fuck.
can still be seen on the man's body as he explains what happened to him. As the victim mentions to the cops, the perpetrators forced him into his own van, robbed him, and then held him for ransom before he managed to escape.
So they put this on my face.
That seems like you don't just grab someone from Walmart and put them in Velcro ties and like. Not that I've done that before, but assuming this is pretty personal. Like, what did homie do something?
And they bring me over here. They turn the location up on my phone. One of the guys is in back with
How
me.
do they know you?
And
Well,
Oh
where'd
my
the car
God.
go?
huh?
Where'd the car go?
It was parked
Like,
this way, and I
that
ran
happens
all
in
the
Breaking
way
Bad.
here. We were parked right over there.
But there's usually a reason that happens. You
It's
feel me?
my van.
As the cops later found out, the main perpetrator was 51-year-old Ahmed Johnson, whom the victim had been in federal prison with at some point in his life. After digging deeper into the case, they uncovered the whole story of the kidnapping. As the victim mentioned in the video, the kidnapper had hired him for a plumbing job, and when he arrived at the house in Cleveland's Buckeye Woodhill neighborhood, he was led downstairs where he would allegedly be shown the leaky pipe that he had to fix. Once downstairs, Ahmed led the victim to another room, where another man jumped out and held him at gunpoint. After stealing his phone and Apple Watch, the kidnappers bound the victim and put him into the back of his own van. As the perpetrators drove the van towards the city's central neighborhood, they made the victim call a friend and bring around $15,000
What, did he spitting his food in prison or something? Jesus!
to a nearby gas
He was
station in
the plumber?
exchange for his return.
He's like, I remember your ass. Nah, he did something.
But as the
He
van
did
slowed
some.
down, the victim somehow managed to jump out and ran down East 49th Street. Thinking quickly, the victim ran into a convenience
What
store
the
where he would be
fuck?
protected by the public eye, causing the suspects to drive off. 2 weeks later, the cops managed to make an arrest, and Ahmed Johnson was charged in Cleveland court with aggravated kidnapping. As of today, there have been no
He didn't
further
do
updates
nothing?
to the case.
What the fuck? Nah, I gotta look into that case. That's crazy. Yeah, like you wouldn't. Hold up. Was he just a dick to him in prison? Like what?
On September 9, 2019, an Albuquerque Police Department officer saw a young man performing a traffic stop on a gray Nissan SUV. Strangely, the man wasn't dressed like a police officer at all. In fact, he was dressed as an ordinary citizen in jeans, a black polo, and an Air Force cap as he wrote down the driver's information. Sensing that something was off, the officer pulled the man aside to talk to him.
We've
and
seen
from
some
the
of these
beginning,
before.
the man seemed a little on edge.
You gotta talk to him for a minute.
He's like, you're interrupting my job, bro. He's in the middle of fake pulling someone over, and an actual cops. Was he just driving around? Oh my.
Wait, what for?
Okay. I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay, because normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop.
Under-equipped?
You're just gonna have to stop, dude. Alright?
I think you're
You have
under-authorized. Yeah.
This is all I got. I mean, like I said, I'm under-equipped. I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
To the courthouse for what?
To get my crap. I know, it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down I-40.
Okay. Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal. I know.
Amazon.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
Next day
No, I
shipping.
keep like my uniform.
The man claims that he was on his way to the courthouse when he pulled over the driver of the gray Nissan.
Yo.
Suspiciously, though, he claims he doesn't have any sort of identification on him because he allegedly left it inside his uniform.
No ID is
After
fucking
a bit
insane.
of questioning, the man says his name is Brendan Wazinski and
Did he
confesses
lie?
that he was using his personal vehicle to pull over civilians, but insists that he's been an officer of the law for 3 years.
Simple.
Dude, if
I'm
he
not
lied
here
about
to
his
mess with you,
name-
man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in.
It's another charge.
Because if you get into shooting,
He's so fucked.
you're screwed.
Right.
Alright, man.
I understand.
Alright.
This, for starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
look how it's all set. Nah, homie's been doing this. How many? He's not gonna ask how many people have you written
It's
up?
really bad. This screams whacker.
Right. How long you been on?
Yeah.
About 3 years.
Okay. I've been on for like 13 years. Alright, so
He's like, how long you been in the force? He's not a fucking cop. He's like 3 years. Yeah.
After checking the database, the officer notices Brendan's name doesn't pop up on any nearby law enforcement agency's list.
Yeah.
And at that point, his only option is to put the suspect in the back of his vehicle while he waits for his supervisor to figure things out. Less than 5
Like
minutes
3 years,
later,
I just got
Brendan gets cold
transferred.
feet and confesses that he's not a real cop.
No shit.
what's up, man?
Alright. I'm
His
just gonna be
black
straight up
polo.
honest with you, I'm not a cop.
Okay.
Oh. Let's be honest, man.
I'm just gonna be
That badge from.
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor, stay in here, okay? For a second.
eBay. Dumbass.
As soon as his supervisor arrives, the officer briefs him on the situation, and they decide to arrest Brendan for impersonating a police officer.
Like you can't just do like GTA RP or something. Just go be a cop online.
Oh my god.
Ooh, gaga.
Okay, drop the gun. Do not fucking move.
Like, don't buy cop stuff online and be a cop IRL. Like the
After
fuck.
putting him in cuffs, the sheriff arrives to assess the situation. I honestly don't know how long Brendan was expecting to be able to get away with
3
pulling
years,
people
bro.
over pretending to be a cop. It's not uncommon for people like Brendan to start using guns and handcuffs as intimidation tools once they get more
Did he have
comfortable
a
and start
gun?
thinking they can
No
get away
shot.
with it.
No shot. What did he just write some shit on a sticky note, or did he have some like Google Docs free typed out ticket thing?
Obviously,
Dude,
it's incredibly dangerous to
what?
have random people driving around the city pretending to be cops when they really have nothing to do with law enforcement at all, which is why the officers have no other choice but to bring him into the police station. After arriving at the station, the cops try to get Brendan's full statement, but the suspect contradicts himself a bunch and lies to try to get the officer's sympathy. Brendan says he was on his way to work when he saw a guy going 120 on the freeway and confesses that he freaked out when the cop asked him about his identity. Strangely, he alleges that the badge he used to fake his identity used to belong to his dad, who supposedly used to work with the sheriff's department before he was killed in the line of duty 5 or 6 years prior.
And then
Is it-
when I made contact with
Is it super hard to enlist to become a cop? I feel like it's not that difficult. Like maybe the onboarding and stuff might be a difficult process, but like going through with it, bro, like I mean that's better than fucking pulling over people for 3 years. That 3 years could have been spent. He could have been a damn cop already. Dumbass.
Belonged to my dad.
it belongs to your dad. When was
Well, it did.
it did?
Did?
Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was killed.
Oh, he was killed. Okay.
As it was later revealed, this was a complete lie, and the truth was that he bought the badge on.
Are you fucking kidding me? I was about to feel I was about to be like, bro, that explains there's like the trauma there and the. Man, fuck this dude! Get him off my
online,
screen,
as he had
Chilling Scares.
initially
Next story.
confessed when the cop.
Little lying
During the
dumbass.
interview, it was also revealed that Brendan was only 18 years old, even though he said he was around 25 when the cop initially pulled him over.
What?
This makes the fact that
3 years? He's been doing this shit since he was 15 before he even got his license? There's no way people are falling for this shit. Low-ass 15-year-old pulling them over. Are you fucking kidding? How many people do you think he got in those 3 years? You think he set himself a quota? Oh my god.
That he said he was married and needed to call his wife even more sketchy, and it's hard to tell which details of the story are true and which ones are completely made up. A few seconds later, things get a little scary when Brendan confesses that he had a loaded weapon in the glove compartment of the vehicle, which wasn't initially visible in the video.
Yo, and he didn't tell them he had a gun? He's so fucked. Oh my god. Holy shit.
In March 2020, a judge sentenced Brendan to a year of probation. But just a few weeks later, he failed to report to his probation officer, refused to get a psych exam, provided a false address, and missed a scheduled meeting. As a result, the judge tightened his probation conditions, and as of today, there have been no further updates to the case.
Bro, why would you keep lying?
At around 8 p.m. on September 30th, 2021, 3 children ages 6, 6, and 7 were reported missing in the Flamingo Lake neighborhood in Montgomery, Texas. After the disappearance was announced to the public, the authorities launched a massive search that included helicopters, dogs, drones, off-road vehicles, and hundreds of police officers from multiple law enforcement agencies. The next morning, an anonymous Good Samaritan who was very familiar with the layout of the woods decided to take matters into his own hands and went into the national forest by himself to find—
Wait, I'm lost. Why the fuck is a 6, 6, and 7-year-old fucking lost right now and not with their parents and parental supervision? 6, 6, and 7? Bruh.
the kids. At around 9 a.m. on September 31st,
you were that
the man
distracted?
found the kids and called 911 to bring the children to safety, and the whole rescue was captured on Sergeant Jason Smith's body cam.
Shit blurry as hell.
Come on, can y'all come to me? Come to me. Yeah, come to me. There's an opening right here. Come on, kids, come to me.
Where is this? The Amazon rainforest? This is Texas?
I just took off around the back. I've been looking all night long. Yes, sir. I have all Jesus 3 children.
Good, we're Flamingo Lake.
Jesus good. He's good. Kids, I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on, buddy. Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car. We gonna
Do their parents go immediately to jail for that?
You wanna hold my hand? We'll get out of here.
Even though the kids were found just a little over a mile away from where they entered the woods, they'd still been lost for over 24 hours, and pretty understandably they were hungry.
Shit.
As it was later revealed, the kids had spent the night in the forest, sheltering themselves under a fallen tree until the volunteer came to rescue them, which is why they had leaves and branches in their hair in the
Y'all remember that?
Here, let's pick this. Grab hold of that. There you go.
You're really strong.
Am I really
Hey,
strong?
at least they were good. Oh my god.
Where's your shoe?
Dude, 6 years old? Anything about the parents?
Even though they had spent the night with minimum shelter and hadn't had anything to eat for 24 hours, the children still seemed to be in pretty good spirits as Sergeant Smith escorted them out of the woods. And toward the end of the video, he can be seen guiding them to the clearing where a bunch of cop cars sit waiting for them.
Waiting for them to take them to their house and then arrest their fucking parents.
Y'all got it? Come on, kids. Let's come out to the road.
Come on! They just had a little camping trip. Oh my god, bro. Yo, imagine how those parents felt. They're like low-key responsible for that, and they have no idea where their children are for 24 fucking hours. Oh my god, bro.
There you go, buddy.
All 3 of them?
Look at you.
Bruh.
You made it.
It's honestly
Is that one of the parents? Man, shut your bitch ass up, dumbass!
The kids would have probably ended up succumbing to the elements. But thankfully, they were able to get back home to their parents.
Bro, was that one of them? Bro, don't even touch her.
On January 30th, 2017, New Mexico police received a disturbing call from a witness in Nevada who claimed he had seen a woman being taken out of her Las Vegas apartment by a man and put into a white van with a Texas license plate. After receiving the alert, the cops were able to locate the van in question less than 24 hours later and arrest the driver and passenger.
He was just driving shitty. And then what?
Once the suspects are out of the vehicle, the cops approach the white van, and that's when they find something incredibly disturbing.
Put a camera on this thing.
Got a camera.
On this thing?
Oh my god,
Isn't there?
Okay. Got it? Rolling? I got rolling.
Wait,
okay,
on this
we're gonna
thing?
get out of here, okay?
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
The chains?
In the back of the vehicle,
Is there
the
like a
cops find
chain
woman
rig
named
back there?
Jane, who was chained to the floorboards of the van by the suspects. And as soon as the officers set her free,
What
she gives
the
them her
fuck?
disturbing testimony.
Medieval
According to
prisoner
the
ass
victim,
van.
the man who was driving the getaway van was her ex-boyfriend
Oh,
Jack, who broke into her apartment and took her. Even though she fought hard to escape, Jack was
She
trained
dated
in
that
mixed
fool?
martial arts and was a lot heavier than her, and it didn't take him long to take her out of her home. Jane assumed it was her neighbors who saw the altercation and called the police, and it was thanks to that 911 call that the cops were able to rescue her.
Is there just like no red flags, you think? With those crazy ass psychotic sociopathic ass people? They're not like Dexter or some shit and they're like good at hiding it. There's gotta be red flags, bro. That's fucking nuts. I wonder if he just didn't give any signs and then shit went downhill in their relationship and he just snapped.
Once
Like maybe
inside the
he is
police
like a
car,
Dexter
Jack doesn't
or some
seem all
shit.
too distressed that he's about to be put away for a long time.
Like
and he can
what?
even be
He
seen
didn't-
interacting pretty
there's-
calmly with the officer
Nah.
driving the vehicle,
There was probably
asking him if he has a
abuse
favorite
and-
hymn and singing the words to Amazing Grace as he's taken to jail.
What the fuck?
You got a favorite hymn? What's that? You got a favorite hymn? No, I don't. Why not? I don't know. I've never been into them. What about you? What about Amazing Grace? You like that one? I'll take it.
There's no way he starts hitting that shit, bro.
As it was later revealed, Jack's accomplice in the kidnapping
He was kind of in that shit. He asked permission first,
was
bro.
19-year-old Samuel Brown.
Yo,
In the
what?
other cop car, Samuel asked the police officer to have a conversation with him,
Bro.
claiming that he's scared of everything that's
I want to
happened.
hear her story. Poor woman, bro. Bro got net spin.
Is it okay to talk? Yeah.
Accomplice? What?
Anything.
Is this his
I'm
homie?
just kind of scared.
Like,
Okay.
how old is this other dude?
What are the police gonna ask me?
During the investigation, the police found that Jack and Samuel had planned to take Jane into a cave in New Mexico that Jack had dug into the side of a hill, where they would later brainwash her into marrying one of them, according to the police report.
One of them?
After the horrifying incident, Jack was sentenced to life in prison, and Samuel to a little over 5
Later,
years in prison.
bitch!
It's pretty disturbing
Yeah.
to imagine where Jane would
5
be if
years
that
and he got
911 call
life?
hadn't been placed and the cops hadn't intervened.
Yo, his accomplice had better lawyers. Ugh. He only got 5 and he got life?
The police officers from the city of Whitehall, Ohio, about 6 miles away from Columbus, received a report that a man was allegedly impersonating a police officer at a traffic stop. Upon
Ohio.
arriving at the scene, they found a 26-year-old man named Casey Donovan Williams asleep in what appeared to be a Whitehall police cruiser. When he woke up, he told the cops that he was an off-duty cop working a special duty detail. At first, the officers bought his story, but when they were told there was no special duty assigned at that time, they returned to get the
I
real
can just
story.
tell he's lying his ass
And the
off. Look at
exchange was captured on the cop's body cam.
But you have no ID from them, all right?
No.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the
Wait,
chief.
I might have
No,
seen
I'm
it.
asking you a direct question. Have you been sworn in
Now,
by
this is very
them?
important
Is that
to
a
answer this
KFC?
correctly, because being a
I might
former
have seen this
police
one.
officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not-
So I'm going to
I'm
put
not-
that right
listen,
out.
I'm not
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not-
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No,
So
no.
you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer?
Timu ass police vest? Bro. Is that some heat? He has a taser? Bro.
That right out.
Listen, I'm not
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not-
are telling me you are a police
He's gonna get like a
officer
year
right
probation
now,
or something, watch.
is that what you're telling me?
No,
So
no.
you are not a commissioned police officer.
I have spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned
Fucking
police officer
fanboy.
through the
What the? Who are you supposed to be?
Well, I'm Incrediboy.
What?
state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm
That's
asking.
not what we're asking you.
I'm explaining to you. I have
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the
Certificate
question.
of
It's very
what?
simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of
means
Ohio with
commission.
any department?
Not currently.
Okay.
As soon as the cops start applying a bit of pressure, Casey confesses that he's not an actual commissioned police officer, and when the cops mention to him that he risks going to jail if he lies, he decides to call one of the officers who supposedly gave him the job to try to save himself from the consequences.
Okay. One second. Would you be willing to speak to the supervisor from the company?
From
Watchman?
From Watchman?
Yes.
Is he an actual police officer?
You are an actual police officer, correct? Okay. Okay. Yes, he is. Where are you commissioned at?
It doesn't matter. He's not here doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's the superintendent of the State Highway Patrol. That's irrelevant to the situation.
Even though he
Yeah,
seems
you did
to
not
have
go
a
to
pretty
training, buddy.
intricate series
Like-
of excuses to justify his actions, the cops sense there's more to the story than Casey's letting on. After mentioning to the cops that he was just trying to make a little extra money by allegedly working for the Glenwood Police Department, he realizes his chances of getting out of an arrest are
Bro, what do people even do when they get a ticket from this dude? They like call the court system and they're like, you don't even have a fucking citation under that number. And then they're confused and stressed because they don't want to pay a ticket late or not pay a ticket because then they got a warrant out for their arrest. And man, fuck this dude.
pretty
fucking
slim
nerd.
on cops for mercy.
Stressing people out for no
That's all I was
reason.
trying to do. Please do not. I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please do not ruin my career. Please, please, please.
I think you did that kind of on your own.
Throughout the exchange, it seems as if Casey either doesn't realize the severity of what he's doing, or he really thinks the cops are going to let him get away with showing a fake badge and even carrying a weapon while pretending to be an officer of the law. Still, things were about to get a whole lot worse for Casey, because after he was put in the real police officer's cruiser, the cops searched his vehicle and found a loaded AR-15 rifle, a tactical vest, a loaded handgun with 15 rounds of ammo, a taser, 2 pairs of handcuffs, and pepper spray.
Holy shit.
It's pretty disturbing to think of what could have happened if the cops hadn't arrested Casey then and
Fucking
there,
Rainbow
because
Six
even though he
loadout.
didn't seem to have any bad intentions at first glance, Casey could have used the badge, vehicle, and weapons for some...
That's like more than a cop has. Do cops just roll around with ARs in their car? I don't think so. Like maybe a shotgun and a pistol. Jesus.
pretty nefarious purposes if he wanted to, by simply convincing people
Yeah,
he
in the
was a real
trunk?
police officer. From kidnapping to extortion and everything in between, a fake cop can be extremely dangerous. As it was later revealed,
There's too
this
many
wasn't
of
the
these
first time
fake
the
cop
suspect had
cases,
gotten in
bro.
trouble for trying to pull similar stunts. Although at one point he had been a corrections deputy at the Pickaway County Jail, he was forced to resign after trying to enforce his authority as an undercover cop at a fair when he hadn't been instructed to do so. After the incident,
He definitely got pressed at the fair and crashed out or something, bro. And lost his authority. Dude.
in Whitehall, Casey was charged with impersonating a police officer, a 3rd-degree felony, and improper handling of a gun in a motor vehicle, a 4th-degree felony.
Oh. What? And then what? He's gonna go right back to fucking doing what he was doing.